My name is Nicholas Adams, and today I will be talking about the construction on campus and how it has affected the lives of students, faculty, staff, and anyone who spends time on campus. Construction is frequent throughout campus. Just by taking a cruise through, you'll be able to see construction at Memorial Coliseum, Rose Street, and near the 90. Here's a picture showing the construction on Rose Street and how big the site really is. You may be asking yourself the question, what does this construction have to do with students? I had the same question until my first day of class. As I was on my way to my 11 a.m. class located in the Don Cathy Jacobs building, I was greeted by the loud sounds of construction. I saw the large area and I couldn't figure out how to go around it. There were no signs showing detours for any students. I ended up being late to class due to the construction. Now, hopefully, you can understand a little bit more of where I'm coming from and what I'll be talking about today. The construction is causing many issues for students and staff, ranging from navigating campus on foot, driving around campus in car or bus, and the loud sounds causing interruptions for nearby buildings and students. The construction area being between the Don Cathy Jacobs building and the Kim Fizz building, one of the biggest walkways on campus, almost all students who pass through the area are affected. Everyone who passes through must take a detour around the site, and with no clear detour routes, it causes students to be confused as well as be late to class. To get more information on the subject, I decided to interview Ben Dominguez, a freshman who also attends classes at both of the mentioned buildings. I asked if the construction has interfered with his commute to class, and he explained, "Every day, I have multiple classes where I must go through the construction, and it is not very convenient to have to go through the detour to get to class. There are no signs directing the flow of people, and it's just a mess." I read by the Herald Leader, published on June 1st of this year, the construction was said to be completed by the fall 2023 semester. The university explains that the outdoor space is scheduled to be done this August and will give students an outdoor space for gathering and socializing. This estimate was very wrong. It is now November, and there's been little progress in the area since August. The university did give a forewarning about delays in construction due to supply chain shortages. However, knowing that, the university still decided to start the construction, and now there's a huge roadblock in the middle of campus with progress coming slow. The problems in transporting to class do not stop there. Construction surrounding the campus has also made it difficult for students and faculty to commute to class via car or bus. The main issue being construction on Avenue of Champions, as well as the continued repavement of roads around campus, such as Patterson Drive. The construction on Avenue of Champions has affected bus routes and bus stops along the road. In July, an article posted by the University of Kentucky highlighted the effects. They mentioned bus stops on Avenue of Champions and Winslow Street will be unavailable during the Avenue of Champions construction. This is not only for the white route, as the same issues were applied to the blue route. These are the main bus routes on campus that many students rely on, and without these stops, it makes it much more difficult for students to get where they need to go. The roads being closed for repavement also create issues for drivers going through detours, as well as cause limited parking. I-75 has also experienced many construction updates throughout the summer and semester, all of which have caused delays. The Herald Leader released an article in July explaining the changes. Single and double lane closures can be expected between mile markers 107 and 97, with work beginning in the southbound lanes and then moving into the northbound lanes. This is the majority of Lexington exits. Traffic builds up due to construction and can cause up to 2-hour delays, which makes it very hard for people to get where they need to go. This causes issues for students and professors who do not live on campus to commute to campus. Not only is the construction causing detours for commuters, but it also creates great noise levels for the surrounding buildings. The site uses heavy machinery such as cranes and excavators, which are certainly not quiet. The noise affects all the surrounding buildings, mainly the Don Cathy Jacobs building. In the same interview with student Ben Dominguez, I also touched on this topic. I have a few classes in the Don Cathy building, and all of them had been interrupted at least once this semester, Ben adds when I ask if the construction has interrupted his class. I have also had issues with the construction noise, as my 11 a.m. class is located in the Don Cathy building adjacent to the construction. The noise makes it hard for students to hear the professor. Nonetheless, focused on their work at hand. Caroline Kirtley was interviewed on the Kentucky Colonel and shared her experience with the construction noise. She states, "There is currently construction going on outside my building, Ball Hall, and there have been multiple instances where I wake up at 3 a.m. to the sound of trucks or jackhammers. Can't they start at a reasonable time?" This is another issue with the construction noise, with the majority of the dorms being in close proximity to construction. Students have to experience interruptions in their sleep due to the noise. There should be no reason for the construction to be going on at 3 a.m., especially with how close the sites are to the dorms, and it is unfair for students paying grand amounts of money to stay on campus to experience this. I understand the need for renovation and construction to make the campus and student experience better. However, there needs to be more organization instead of having multiple projects going on at the same time. Having constant construction all throughout campus makes it difficult for students to go about their everyday business, which is the last thing that should be a problem considering the amount of money people pay to attend this university. There also needs to be more accommodation for students who have to endure the construction, such as clear detours and frequent updates on the projects. This is the last that the university can do for the students, as construction has made unwanted noise, caused traffic delays, and difficulty navigating campus as a whole.